Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Master Detective Archives Rain Code. In the last episode we saw what was truly the end of number 1's story, living as the person known as Yuma Kokohead, not only breaking our pact with Shinigami once and for all, but willingly between both parties, both seeing it as the best option, even if it was a sad ending to see Yuma forget Shinigami and everything they've been through be forgotten entirely once Yuma stepped through the emergency exits for the final mystery labyrinth of Kanai Ward. It still had a somewhat happy ending, since there's still hope for Kanai Ward under a newly invigorated Makoto taking Yuma's advice to let the people of Kanai Ward decide what they should do in order to solve their homunculus problems, and maybe, just maybe, come up with a better solution than any outsider could possibly make in the situation they fell victim to due to Dr. Weska and the Mataratsu Corporation's negligence in creating their immortal creations that ended up going completely haywire once they were exposed to sunlight. Definitely quite a crazy final chapter, but the thing is, well, our main story is technically not over, since we still have an epilogue left. So, with that being said, honestly, I'm quite curious on what's going to be hiding around the bend, since, well, the chapter ended as soon as we left the mystery labyrinth. So, honestly, I'm kind of curious what's going to happen now that we're heading into the next parts, since the game's definitely over, but the thing is the credits never rolled, so I'm kind of curious on what we'll end up seeing. So with that being said, hit the continue button and head straight into the epilogue and find out what's really going on there, because honestly, I'm quite curious to see what we'll end up finding out, since Shinigami's no longer around, Yuma's going back to normal, so there's only so many things that you can think of that could possibly be happening once the chapter for the epilogue starts. And we never found out what happened to our allies, either.
More rain. Same as always.
Huh. Kurumi. That's an
Until
interesting...
recently, I despised this rain. I thought it was just dark and sad.
True. The Kurumi starting the chapter,
Now
that's
I see
interesting.
differently. It's a gentle rain, protecting us.
In more ways than one.
A strange illusion appears when I look up at it.
An illusion.
The rain isn't falling on me, but rather, I am ascending toward it.
Really?
At least, that's how it feels.
Huh. Interesting way to think of it.
Well, I suppose that's enough sentimentality for today. Time to go shopping.
Huh. Oh, we definitely know that at least Kurumi knows what's going on then. Epilogue, Rain Code, with Yuma just sitting in the background there. Huh. Okay. Interesting start.
A new raincoat.
Wait, are we not playing as Yuma this chapter? Or number 1, but I'm still gonna end up calling him Yuma / technically, based on Makoto, his name should be Makoto. I've said this a couple times now, after we found out about that. But honestly, the alias Yuma basically is a top adopted name. As long he might still use it, or he might not at this point, but who knows how things will go now that he's gotten his memories back, from what we understand. But it definitely looks like we're going to be walking around as Kurumi, which is interesting. We definitely are. Huh. Okay then. Or back in the Kamisaki district for the first time in a while. I'm starting to feel like the rain isn't so bad.
Yeah, it does protect us after all.
I never thought I'd feel this way. Huh, so yeah, definitely Kanai Ward knows what's going on now. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, let's definitely take a nice look around at our surroundings while we're playing as a completely new character now.
Yeah.
Doya District is undergoing major repair. The water's been drained, and the buildings are being reconstructed. Former resistance members are helping in the effort to rebuild Doya District too.
Huh. So the resistance members are helping fix up Doya District. Huh. Makes sense though.
I've got your order right here.
Well, that's good to hear there, Mr. Staffman.
Ta-da! Amaterasu Corporation's brand spanking new raincoat. It'll easily block out both rain and sunlight.
Really? Well, that's interesting. So, you can block out sunlight and rain with it. So, does that mean that... But if they're going to be giving out sunlight-based raincoats, would that mean that they're thinking about taking out the weather machine? Huh.
Thank you.
That's interesting.
Wow. Amaterasu sure has changed. They're even making products for us now.
You could definitely say that.
Just a bit ago, they mainly exported stuff, so we never knew what they were making.
Which is true. They were making some pretty crazy stuff, so definitely would make sense why it was being exported.
But Mr. Makoto taking the helm of both Amaterasu and Kanai Ward really changed things.
Seemingly for sure, so it was good that we kept Makoto around, it looks like.
Yeah, that's true.
Seemingly, yeah, definitely. But not 100%, but it looks like things are definitely turning for the better.
It's nice to have a local business invested in our town's interests.
Yeah, I would definitely say so.
Of course, I hope they keep exporting goods so that more money comes into Kanai Ward.
I don't think you guys really need the money, but okay.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Makoto can handle it.
Yeah, he could definitely. He's got the mind of number one after all, so he's definitely gonna be able to figure out a way.
You got that right. Glory to the future of Kanai Ward.
Glory indeed. It needs a happy ending, honestly, so it's good to hear that things are turning for the best here.
By the way, what's with the heavy bag? You going somewhere?
That is a good question. We've never seen her carry a bag like this before.
Yeah, something like that.
Huh, okay.
I see. Well, take care. Good rain to you.
Good rain to you.
Likewise. Good rain to you too.
Huh.
Next on the shopping list is...
What are you shopping for exactly is my main question. Also, they got a dog here. I didn't even realize animals were even in Kanai Ward. Huh. It's interesting.
Right. Body cream.
Body cream. Why do you need body cream? So you got a raincoat that can block out rain and sunlight. Now you need body cream. Okay. Interesting shopping list so far. But we've got to find our way down to the lower level. Actually, wait a minute. It's over here. Because the opening for getting into this area is over in this spot. Actually, I see a peacekeeper. Do they say anything? Oh, the nun is scolding the peacekeeper. That's funny. It's nice to hear about the people from Chapter 1 every now and then. Oh, we're going to this shop over here. Okay. We went here during Chapter 3 for something. I forgot exactly what. It was during one of the quests, though, if I remember correctly.
Excuse me. Do you have the body cream I ordered?
I would hope so.
Of course. Here you go. Specialized body cream that'll protect you from harmful sunlight.
Harmful sunlight, you say? Really? What are you planning, Kurumi?
It's perfect for us homunculi.
And they definitely know they are 100% homunculi. I was thinking maybe they just talked about the rain, but Makoto definitely kept his word, though. He told everybody, so the mystery labyrinth should have evaporated officially then. Huh. Well, that's good to hear.
It's perfect for us homunculi. I can't believe I'm getting used to saying that.
Well, it's definitely an interesting way to think of things. At least they don't see themselves as monsters. Like I thought that they would if they learned the truth.
I never would have imagined. Oh well, that's life.
Yeah, I guess that is life at this point.
It was all so sudden.
Also sudden.
That day, Mr. Makoto startled all of us in Kanai Ward with that emergency broadcast.
Which one? The one about the sunlight, or the one that you found out that you were homunculuses? Because technically there should have been two.
Seeing his face behind the mask was surprising enough. Who could have guessed we were all monstrous homunculi?
We're not monsters. We're just a little bit different from regular people.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Just don't go getting yourself exposed to sunlight in front of regular people is all. That's the best thing to possibly say.
Right. That's what Mr. Makoto said.
Unless they found a way to fix their defect, but based on the fact that they're still making things for sunlight, well, now they're making things for sunlight, it definitely would mean that they still have that defect, unfortunately.
Still, it's hard to accept it. And I'm not talking just about myself here. Everyone feels the same way.
Really?
For now, I think we should just take it slow.
Probably for the best.
If we can accept things slowly, we can live our lives with more hope.
I like the way that you've said that, Kurumi. I can definitely agree.
Right. We're immortal, after all. We've got plenty of time.
I wasn't thinking of it like that, but apparently they live forever. Huh. That's interesting. Well, I guess that's kind of a good thing, in a way, but immortality can be a problem with some people unless they're perfectly happy. The thing is if everyone's immortal here, then their lives don't have to change. Like, people wouldn't die on them through aging. But that's still an interesting thing to think about. I didn't think of it like that.
Besides, we all made the decision together. After we voted on the referendum, we chose to follow Mr. Makoto.
Which would make sense. What about the whole thing about eating? What's going on with that?
So yeah, like he said, we need to take it slow and live with hope.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It definitely sounds for the best.
Okie dokie. Next is...
Next is where, Kurumi?
Oh, right! I need to buy a map!
A map, you say? Why do you need a map? Okay. Well, let's definitely start looking for a map then. Where exactly are we looking for one here, is the real question. Looks like it might be in the upper area, based on the area that we're at. So, we should definitely... Oh no, it's actually not. It's actually... Where is that, actually? Oh. What's that?
Since then, the people in town have stopped eating meat buns.
Oh, that's the meat bun cart? I didn't realize that's where... Well, I didn't realize that was missing there. That would make sense, yeah, I would stop eating them too.
No one wants them anymore, now that we know what they're made of.
Yeah, they're insanely messed up to eat. But don't you need to eat those things though?
I think that's a natural response.
I don't blame them.
Our bodies may be artificial, but our hearts are still human.
True. True. So what do they eat then? Honestly. Because I thought they had to eat that stuff. Can we see Margola? Nope. No, it was worth a shot. But, yeah, that is definitely interesting, though. Because, we were told that they needed to eat the, human cells in order to keep their artificial cells working. So I am kind of curious on, how they're still doing good even though they're not eating human cells. Unless there's a different way of doing it now. Like blood donation or something like that. I don't even know, but I definitely am kind of curious on that.
Excuse me.
Hello, Mr. Bookstore owner. It's been a long time since we've been here. Saw you all the way back in Chapter 1 for our very first quest.
Excuse me.
I don't think he hears you.
Oh, sorry. How can I help?
Good question. We actually don't know why we're at this place. Other than needing a map.
Do you have what I ordered?
The map, right? You want the world map.
World map? Oh, you definitely are planning something. Huh. Is that a good idea, though?
Yes, that's right.
Now that Kanai Ward is no longer isolated, I can order books from around the world.
Well, yeah, true.
I'm so giddy about it that I can't help but read every one.
I don't blame you. Read as much as you want, buddy.
I understand. It's been a while since we were able to interact with anyone outside of the city.
Yeah, quite a couple years for sure.
There have been a lot of problems, but Mr. Makoto is handling the negotiations.
Which makes sense. He is the leader of Kanai Ward, so that would definitely make sense.
So I'm sure it'll be fine.
I think so too, honestly.
It will be. Of course.
Mr. Makoto is so amazing. Even if it was decided by the referendum,
Yeah, by the vote of the people.
he quickly ended our isolation and promised to negotiate with the unified government as well.
Huh.
Although he did say it was his way of atoning.
Well, he definitely did promise us that as long as everything becomes good, that he'll change, basically. So it's good to hear that he's definitely going to be keeping his word, since Kanai Ward seems like it's back to normal again.
He was ready to turn himself in, but we stopped him from doing so with that referendum.
Oh, he was gonna... Oh, that's it. That's interesting. I thought he would still be their leader.
Honestly, he doesn't have to force himself to work so hard. It'd be awful if he ever collapsed from it all.
But what I mean by that is, I thought he would still want to be their leader and not step down like he almost did.
Oh, but maybe homunculi don't get tired? I'm not sure myself.
Honestly, that's a good question.
Whatever the case, he better not overwork himself.
I think he'll be fine, but, based on what we know about Makoto in number 1, they constantly are working. So, I guess it wouldn't be much of a problem for him, but he really shouldn't overwork himself. Do it slow and steady, because it's not like they have time to worry, since that's just how they are. They're immortal, so they're going to be living forever at this point.
He is Kanai Ward's leader, and leader of us homunculi.
Which is true.
You got that right. The coexistence between humanity and homunculi has just begun.
And the only problem about that is if they ever go crazy again. So as long as they don't go crazy, anybody's safe here. They just gotta hope that they stay as far away from their ways of changing into the other form is all.
Anyway, about that world map. What made you want to get it?
Yeah, why are you getting a world map?
It's a secret. Sorry. It involves a high school girl's crush.
Oh, so it's about Yuma somewhat. Okay.
A crush, huh?
Yeah, apparently.
So the next up should be the last one.
Okay, what's the last thing you're getting, Kurumi?
I must have my precious multi-pack of instant ramen.
Instant ramen, you say? Huh. Okay, then. Well, it looks like Kurumi found some kind of food source, so the ramen was actually a food source then. Huh. So is that what they traded off to? Was over to the original Yuma Kokohead's food stand, basically? That's what it sounds like. Huh.
All the meat buns beckon shops vanished from town, but ramen shops popped up in their place.
But this isn't the one that we saw Yuma at. This is a completely new place entirely. Huh. But that is him.
Kurumi.
Hey, real Yuma. It's been a long time since we've seen you. But to think you were going to be technically a main character this entire time, and be the real person that was who we thought we were this entire game, is quite surprising.
Hi, you look busy.
Yeah, he definitely does.
I sure am, but busy is great for business.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I need to go inspect the grand openings for our 3 brand new locations.
Jeez. Well, it's probably for the best that they have so many locations. If the homunculi can't eat this stuff without deteriorating, it's probably for the best that they have a lot of these around. But to think that they will, unless they found multiple different food sources, but the thing is, well, there's so many different types of ramen, so technically it wouldn't always be the same, but it definitely is better than those meat buns for sure.
In a strange twist of fate, he appeared in Kanai Ward, using his passion for cooking to develop ramen.
That is true.
Ultimately, he turned that ramen into something with all the nutrients a homunculus would need.
Really? Huh.
And of course, it's super yummy, says everyone.
Well, that is good to hear for sure.
Fate can be such an enigma.
The only thing is if you have a world map and you have all this other stuff, if you are planning to leave, wouldn't you not have the necessary stuff to leave Kanai Ward, though?
Although I originally made a contract with him, I ended up following him here out of guilt.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense with how you showed up here in Kanai Ward, but it's good that he did, though, in the end.
This city was a shock to my system at first, but I was able to open up the ramen shop of my dreams.
That's good to hear, buddy. So, never really wanted to be a detective, it looks like.
So I think coming here was the right call. Seriously though, fate can be so strange.
I can agree to that.
Yes, I think so too. Oh, that's right. May I please have a multi-pack of instant ramen?
You probably want a year, like a multi-year supply of that stuff. Who knows what you're doing? But with the fact that you keep buying stuff that looks like it's for traveling, makes me think you're leaving Kanai Ward for sure.
For now, I need about a month's supply.
Only a month? Okay, well that's at least a decent amount.
Huh? A month? Sure thing, but why do you need so much?
I don't think she's gonna tell you, buddy.
It's a secret.
Yep, thought so. Still, though.
Thank you.
She's gonna
You
need
wanna
it.
get a bite to eat while you're here?
I think she's too busy, bud.
No, I'm okay for today.
Yeah, it looks like we're still shopping.
Alright then. Well, good rain to you.
Yeah, good rain to you too, buddy.
Yeah, good rain to you too.
See you, Yuma.
That's it for the shopping. I've safely completed all my preparations.
Okay, well we got everything we need apparently.
I should head to the Nocturnal Detective Agency. I better hurry or I won't make it in time.
Make it in time for what? Okay. Interesting. She's got some kind of deadline to make, I guess. But back down into the underground area. Make our way straight towards the submarine. Gonna be weird going back to the submarine without Yakou being there. Just because, well, there's no way for him to come back. Unless they were able to fix the defect, the major defect portions of everything. But the thing is I doubt it if they haven't figured out the sunlight thing. They figured out the food situation. But the sunlight is still a problem, it looks like. Unfortunately. But definitely back to the submarine we go. I'm honestly curious. Just curious what the map shows. It shows our case files, but that's about it. Anything new with profiling and stuff like that? Still calls us Yuma Kokohead. So it looks like we're keeping that name. But other than that, interesting stuff though, for sure. But I don't think anything in the dialogues there will be important. Also, wait a minute. Updated. Information about the chapter was added to figurine hints. Huh? Oh, where to find them. Oh, that's interesting. So if you didn't find them, you know exactly where to find it. Huh. So some chapters you had multiple chances on grabbing them. That's interesting. Well, that's a good thing, though. That you had multiple chances for certain ones. Okay, cool. Well, let's definitely make our way back to the riverbank, though. And, I guess, meet up with the Nocturnal Detective Agency. That's still here, apparently. Because we wouldn't be heading back to the submarine if they're not here. Curious. Very, very curious. But, down the hatch we go. Gonna be weird, for sure, without Yakou, though. Just because this is his base. But if they're still here, that I guess that would mean that they're staying. Yeah, like I thought.
Well then, let's get going.
So they were still alive.
I believe we're saying goodbye to this place. After all is said and done, I'm gonna miss it.
We have shared many memories here. But departure is just the start of a new adventure. Be sure not to forget anything before we set sail.
Hey, princess! Your suitcase? You've already forgotten something.
Yeah, you don't want to forget that.
So true. Hey everyone! You're all still here! I'm glad I made it in time.
Kurumi! You came to see us off?
Although I'm not seeing
Are any of my fans with you?
Vivia or Yuma anywhere, though.
Oh, maybe they were too shy to come along.
Is he in the fireplace?
Where's Vivia?
Oh.
Vivia?
He's in there.
Hey, Kurumi.
Hey, Vivia.
I figured if I stayed inside a suitcase, someone would carry me.
Oh, good plan, I guess.
Long trips are exhausting. All journeys can be life-threatening. There is no peace or quiet.
You never change, Vivia.
Yeah, he never does. But Yuma's not anywhere in sight, though. That's weird. But my suspicions were right about these guys. So they weren't dead. That's good to hear. Because it wouldn't make sense.
You all
with
really are leaving, huh?
them having pink blood on the skeletons. It wouldn't make sense that they were gone. Because we know that they were human the entire time. So it's definitely interesting that they were able to think up of a plan like that to, for what reason exactly? Not sure, but even Makoto didn't even know if they were alive or not. Because even Makoto told us that our friends were gone. But the thing is we never saw proof of that throughout the entirety of the chapter, and the only proof ended up being, well, a complete red herring, or pink herring in this case. So, but I felt like it wasn't the case since the very beginning once we first saw the skeletons, because in these kind of games you can't believe somebody's gone unless you see it happen, usually. When it comes to Danganronpa, to Despair Girls for Danganronpa, even though that's a spin-off, and well, obviously with Raincoat here. So, definitely gotta keep on your toes with certain things for sure sometimes. But it looks like, yeah, everybody's leaving. But, that would make sense that they would go back home. There's no reason for them to stay here anymore.
After that incident, we stayed at the agency to monitor what would happen.
Huh. So, you were able to escape the restricted zone and get back here. That's good to hear.
But our work here is done. The city will be fine.
Yeah, I definitely feel that way. With the ramen being a natural food source that isn't gonna need people to make it, yeah, I definitely will say for sure it's definitely gonna be fine, I think. As long as the rain's still on. Other than that, they don't need anything special to keep everything going.
Yeah, it's time we stepped off the stage. A bunch of detectives just sticking around isn't a great look.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's not true. Detectives are heroes to me.
Well, that's because you've been around them this entire time. The rest of the city doesn't even know you were here.
Kanai Ward is free. If you ever need us, we shall fly to your aid.
Well, that's good to hear.
I've spoken to Makoto as well. If Kanai Ward ever needs detectives, he can call us anytime.
That would make sense if they ever need it, but I don't think Makoto's gonna fully need their help again, but the thing is he couldn't find out answers himself, so he definitely would maybe seek aid if he needs it.
Halara Nightmare will be at his service.
Yeah, charging it way too high prices for everything.
Obviously, I don't work for cheap.
Yeah, I thought so.
So, where will you go now?
That is a good question.
For now, we're heading back to WDO headquarters. We don't know what'll happen after that.
Yeah, that is a good question. What is gonna happen? Because didn't it get, like, blown up by Makoto, or at least the top building part of it? But, I am kind of curious what would happen if they go back there.
I'm sure we'll be dispatched to some other job. The World Detective Organization can be such slave drivers.
Well, based on how you're saying it, it makes it sound like that's true.
I thought WDO headquarters was bombed in that terrorist attack.
It definitely was, but it definitely wasn't what you think it was. It's definitely Makoto that did that.
Oh, come on! How many times do I have to explain it to you? The explosion footage we saw was all a sham!
Wait, what? Really? So what happened to, the fake number one? Because I swear we saw him get blown up and fly across the room.
A sham? So, it never really happened? Why would anyone do such a thing? For what purpose?
Yeah, that is a good question. Why would they do that?
It was all done by Makoto.
Oh. Really?
It wasn't the only thing he fabricated. He made it look like we died too.
That is true.
He prepared clothes identical to our outfits, and also found skeletons similar to our body types.
Oh, that wasn't the group that did that? So Makoto completely just lied to Yuma during that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought everyone was dead.
Honestly, I wasn't too sure what was going on there, to be honest.
I can't believe you got duped like that, Kurumi. Nothing can kill us.
Honestly, I'm quite surprised we only had one casualty in the party throughout the entirety of this. Except for the prologue chapter, the chapter 0 for the game. That definitely, we thought those people were going to be the main characters, and they ended up not being main characters at all. So, yeah, that was definitely an interesting introduction to the game. And the fact that they're on the cover of the game is the biggest fake out for that, honestly.
There were letters written by everyone, and I was told it looked like your handwriting.
Yeah, that is what Yuma said.
I hear that was thanks to Makoto's coalescence. Fortes are indeed formidable.
It can copy more things than just abilities? Really?
I would expect nothing less of number one's homunculus.
Yeah, he definitely had it all planned out, it looks like.
Homunculus?
Oh, you already forgot, Fubuki?
Why don't you get it? How many times do I have to explain everything?
Just say, if they're alive, they're normal humans, kind of, and then if they're dead, they're like zombies.
My apologies. My mind has been in a haze ever since we inhaled that white smoke.
Where have they been, then, is the real question. If they've been, like, apparently not in the restricted zone. Where were they?
Do you even know how long ago that was?
Quite a decent amount of time, seemingly.
After you were knocked out, you all woke up on the top floor of Kanai Tower, right?
Oh, that's where they were? Huh. So they were super far away, so we were completely isolated in a zombie-filled world. And we were the only person on the meal ticket that could have been turned into a meal there. Huh.
Yeah, it was Makoto's room. We were trapped in there.
That would make sense.
While we were locked up, the final battle took place.
Yep, inside the mystery labyrinth.
Kurumi, you were there, right?
Well, yeah, she definitely was.
Yes. But only for half of it, really.
Yeah, you were kind of out of it for the rest of it.
To think this was all for the final showdown.
Yep, number one against number one.
It was nothing but a ploy by Makoto to lure Yuma here, who took the lead role.
And they are still calling Yuma, so that's interesting.
Jeez. It's all so unbelievable.
You could say that again.
Then again, almost everything in this city is too.
True.
Yet, what I still struggle to comprehend is that Yuma was number one of the WDO.
Well, it's not really hard to imagine now that he has his memories back. Or at least he should.
Right. Even I didn't realize it.
Who would have thought my man is the top detective of the WDO?
And you called him nothing but a rookie before before you got your chapter with him. So, I bet you feels kind of stupid now, doesn't he, Go, for saying that before?
Former top detective. He already left the organization.
Oh, he left his position? Really?
It is such a waste for him to simply discard his position as number one.
Well, number one puts a target on your back, honestly, so I don't blame him.
His letter of resignation was submitted before he lost his memories.
Oh, really? Huh. So he was planning on either dying while trying to save everything. So if Makoto would have won, he would have actually done perfectly fine then, apparently. Because if Makoto was going to take over WDO, if he were to, if he were to take out number one inside that mystery labyrinth, so he wouldn't have gained any extra powers because he already resigned. That's a good idea, but does he really need to resign though? Because he could go back now. Huh.
He had hoped that by quitting, he could bring change to the organization.
I guess that would kind of make sense.
In this new era, a detective must follow their own creed to solve each case.
So no more discarding your emotions to solve for a perfect deduction?
He took the first steps to make that reality happen. I think it's commendable.
It's pretty good.
Maybe I should quit too. Work as a detective is getting more and more exhausting.
You could always become a librarian. You really like books.
You were so quick to call it quits.
He's always like that, though.
But where did Yuma, the former number one, go?
That's honestly a good question if they don't know.
I think it's fine to call him Yuma. It feels better that way.
Honestly, I can agree to that.
He vanished without a word. I have no idea where he could be.
Honestly, same if they don't know. Huh. Just disappeared into thin air like Makoto appeared here in Kanai Ward out of thin air, basically. Out of nowhere.
Kurumi, I'm sure you're worried too.
Well, it seems like, based on her saying that it's for a high school girl's crush, definitely looks like she's definitely planning on looking for Yuma, then it looks like. Just based on how she said that earlier. If they don't know where he is. Huh. So she's gonna go all over the world just to find Yuma. Based on kind of how I understand that. Although, is that gonna be really that easy, though, is the real question.
I'm not sure if worried is exactly the right word.
What's the right word then? Okay. Loading. Oh, cutscene.
There's something I want to say to everyone.
What's that,
You're
Kirby?
going to find him, right?
Yeah, I thought so.
It doesn't take a detective to notice the giant backpack you're carrying.
True.
Kurumi, are you really going to try to find Yuma?
Apparently
You
so.
know where he went?
You still want to go?
I haven't said goodbye yet. Actually, I refuse to say goodbye.
I don't blame you.
Had a lot of fun spending time with Yuma. I've always admired detectives, and investigating with one was like a dream come true. That's why I want to be with him. Even if he's different now, Yuma will always be Yuma.
Come on.
True.
If you're gonna confess you love him, just tell him.
Huh?
That would be an easy way to do it.
That's not what I meant! Besides, I've always wanted to take a trip. It's why I got permission from Mr. Makoto to travel. It'll be fine. I'm sure I can find him. Never underestimate my abilities as an informant.
True. Don't underestimate her at all. She was perfectly good through this game.
I believe you can do it, Kurumi.
With her powers of
Master Detective,
information.
former #1 of the WDO, and a homunculus informant. I think you two would make a great team.
Although
Well,
Yuma's no
we
longer a
should get going
detective,
now.
though.
Since he quit, the WDO is in a state of chaos. #1's position is still vacant.
Someone's got to take the place,
An
too.
election to decide the next #1 will be held among the detectives soon. We need to hurry home.
Maybe I'll nominate myself.
Oh, you're definitely not getting it.
Hey, why are you sighing?
Halara is most likely out
If
of
you
this
find
group.
Yuma, give him my regards. Also, tell him I'm still waiting for him to pay up.
Not gonna happen.
Right.
They've been a coin for good old
Bye,
Yakou.
Halara. I'll see you again soon.
Off she goes.
Kurumi, if you ever decide to ditch Yuma for me, give me a call anytime.
Never gonna happen.
When you do, I hope you'll introduce me to your friends too, and even your friends' friends.
Uh-huh, yeah, sure, Desnico. Are they all leaving something?
See ya.
All saying goodbye to Yakou one by one, obviously.
Bye, Kurumi. Let's meet again in our dreams.
Thanks for everything, Tetsuhiko.
But yeah, the most likely out of this
It
group
is so
for
hard to say
number
farewell,
one
but all adventures involve such partings.
are either Vivia
I must
or
continue
Halara.
my own adventure. Please take care of yourself, Kurumi. And of course, I must thank the chief as well.
What about Vivia? How is he gonna get out of here?
With all my heart. Farewell, everyone.
Goodbye, Fubuki.
I hope to see you somewhere out there in the world.
You probably will. Oh, looks like Vivia has to get out.
Damn. No one's gonna carry me. Great. Walking is way too much effort. It was rather comfortable in there. I know
Yeah,
this
with
may
how
sound
you are,
like a
yeah.
bad joke, given what you are, but
Or what?
I want to die someday.
Please take
Oh, he's
care,
literally
Vivia.
just gonna walk home. I'll see you, buddy. He didn't say goodbye to Yakou, though.
Everyone.
But technically he doesn't need to, though, because he already kinda did. Beforehand.
Yuma, I won't give up. Okay. I better get going too.
Where exactly are you gonna?
Thank you so much. I met so many people and learned an important truth. It's all thanks to this detective agency. I'm really, truly grateful.
Honestly, I can agree to that. The detective agency helped her figure out what happened to her grandfather. If we never did any of this, then no one would have known. For sure. So, it would add up. But there she goes. She's officially leaving Kanai Ward. With a couple other people, apparently.
Dear Kurumi, I'm sorry for suddenly disappearing on you. I thought I should take a little trip.
A trip?
From here on out, I intend to travel the world. There are still cities everywhere in need of detectives. I want to eradicate all unsolved mysteries from this world and bring happiness to everyone. So, I have to go.
But not as a member of the WDO.
This is my dream. And also, an important promise I made to someone.
That's the Book of Death.
I want you to hold on to this book for me. Someday, once I'm finished, I'll come back for it.
Someday, he says. I may be immortal, but I'm not that patient.
Huh. Interesting end to things. Based on how that sounds, it sounds like there could very much be a second game. At some point. Yeah, she's officially leaving the city. Now just gotta hope that she doesn't turn into a raging monster once she gets out of the train, or once she, or while she's in the train, to be fair. Huh. Crazy though. Very, very crazy. But honestly, pretty cool game, honestly. It sounds like the credits are rolling. So with that being said, thank you all for watching so far. I'll see you guys after the credits, and we'll say our final goodbyes for this game until we do the DLC stuff, I guess. Or, well, technically we don't have to do final goodbyes, but we'll end off today's episode and I'll prepare us for the DLC and stuff like that. So I'll see you guys after the credits.
investigation!
We did it, boss! That was easy.
There's a murder investigation over there. Seriously? Again?
All right.
Okay, and with the credits now officially rolled, as well as a after-credits scene with Yuma, I think that has to confirm that there's definitely going to be a second game at some point. Who knows when, but I'll definitely say I'll definitely come back for another, that's for sure. Just because, honestly, I've had a lot of fun with these types of games, so honestly, I'm definitely in the ride for another one. So, with that being said, well, in the next episode we will be preparing for the DLC episodes of Raincoat here, starting with Desihiko's story, since, well, it all starts with Desihiko first. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, keep being spooky, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.